Good morning, fellas. Today we are back again with another Palace themed video. We are going to be ranking all the Crystal Palace players this season. Excuse the haircut, excuse the trim. I haven't had a haircut in a month. This quarantine stuff is boring me, which is why I haven't really been making many videos consistently. And yes, like I said last video, don't be surprised if I go 2 or 3 weeks without properly uploading videos on a regular basis as well. As you can see here, we have got 5 types of rankings: class, good, average, not Premier League standard, and as Claude would like to say,
it's time to go!
Yeah guys, I know, I saw at the bottom, time, go, instead of time to go. Yeah, I really did not prepare myself for this video whatsoever. Apologies people, that's just me not concentrating and just probably having a bit too much to drink or whatever, not joking. All the Premier League players here as well that play for us in our 24-man squad, 25, you know, it depends who, some players have been in and out this season and that. Kiyate right here, I'm going to put him in good. He's been a very good player for us. His quality, you know, some people do call him Bambi on ice, like I have a few times as well, but he's been very consistent. He's very solid as well. He can play as a centre back and he can play defensive midfield. You know, he hasn't really done much wrong. Sente Gaita, I mean, 9 clean sheets all season in the Prem. What more can you ask for? He's only 1 away from Dean Henderson, who I believe has got 10. This guy has been absolute class. His quality in goal, the confidence that he gives towards our back line has been phenomenal. And, you know, compared to last season, Vicente Gaita has definitely stepped up his level. Downwards. Yeah, you can see why he went out on loan. I don't even know where he. I don't even know what club he's on out on loan right now. But he's been everywhere. At one point, he's at the club for 6 months, and he goes out on loan, comes back, goes out on loan. Like he needs to go, but he is a prospect. He is young. He did make 1 appearance, and that was against Derby in the FA Cup back in January. And I believe he did come on against Colchester as well in the League Cups. Not too good. Patrick Van Aanholt. Oh, this is difficult. At one point he looks like the next, I don't know, the best left back in the world in a way, if you know what I mean, or one of the best left backs in the Prem, scoring goals, defending well, putting in a good shift, and then he plays diabolical. It's between these two right here. I'm gonna go based on this season. I'm gonna go average. I think he is average. He's not a bad player, but you know, it's a shame if he's more consistent defensively and, you know, putting a bit more effort in and concentrating, he would be in as a good player category. He's done well, you know, he's been a good, loyal player for us over the last 3.5 years at Palace. Harper, been at the club 5 years nearly. This guy has been on basically 5.5 years. I mean, I don't know what we would do if he wasn't in the team. You know, he's been a consistent player. He rarely has a bad game. You know, he's been scoring. I don't think he scored a goal this season. Not just defensively and his movement on the ball that he's good. It's going forward as well. He's a threat, and his quality can be on there, especially linking up with Wilfred Sahara and of course Christian Benteke. Tosin had 1 good game, and that was on his debut against Man City where he actually scored. It's one of these two. I'm gonna put him here. He got injured and he was on loan. Stay at us to get like medical support. He goes back to Merseyside. Last time he played, this happened. I take him back? No, not really. Wilfred Zaha, I mean, I'm not even saying anything. Obviously, he's going to go right here. Jaye Riedewald, I'm going to put him in a good category. Now, I know when he came to the club, he's been at the club for nearly 3 years now. He had 1 game, and that was against Huddersfield, and he was dreadful. He was getting ripped apart by Mounier and Aaron Moy, players like that, Kachinga, etc. And then, you know, he was in and out the team. Then he came back when I believe Van Aanholt got injured back in December and was a different player. The way he was defending, he was, you know, he was reliable. He was really hard to get around. I remember he did 1 skill against Nicolas Pepe against Arsenal back in January at Selhurst, and that's when everyone realised he was a good player. It's just a shame Van Aanholt came back. Oh, well, Van Aanholt is doing all right, but you know, if Van Aanholt was still injured, he would be in the team still. But he's doing all right. He's a good player, I think. And I think defensively, he's better than Van Aanholt. Christian Benteke. Oh, this is a difficult one, people, because I'm not gonna lie. In the last 3 games, his link-up play and his hold-up play and his effort and his work rate has been superb. He's had a few chances as well, and he should at least be getting a few goals. He's only scored 1 goal all season, and let's be real, that goal against Everton probably should never have stood if it was up against Jordan Pickford, because let's just say Aaron Gill's the #1 goalkeeper, probably should have saved it. I'm gonna put him as average, but it's a shame if he was scoring more goals. If we got 10 goals already, I'll put him as a good player. James McCarthy, I'm gonna put him as average. The only reason is he had a poor start to the season, and only in the last couple of months he's really improving. Connor Wickham. It's like he's got an iron cast on his knee or something, holding him from running around. The guy has no pace. He's got nothing. He only scored 1 goal, and that was debatable at Norwich, and it was offside at first. Then Farr gave it. That's all he's done. Never been a prolific goal scorer, and I hate to say it, he's not good enough. He needs to go. If he was in the Championship with us, he would be doing well. But the Premiership, he's not there. Simple as that. Jordan Ayew. Mr. Jordan Ayew. Why are you so salty, as they always say in that? One of our best players all season. It's between him and Vicente Gaita. Scored 8 goals and more to come if the season even continues due to COVID-19 and that. Scott Dan is average. I'm talking about a whole season as well. He's been in and out of the team. He's had a few injuries and that, but he's only recently come back. Same as James McCarthy, got into the team and was playing really well with Cahill. It's a shame. If he was doing a lot better all season, he would have been in the good category. Harry Cahill, the master man at the back is what I like to call him. The iron, the anchor, that's what a lot of Palace fans have been referring to him. I get them from FIFA as well. Work rate, his leadership skills. He's better than Luca. I'm sorry, but he's better than Luca as a captain. He's got the correct attitude, his experience, winning the Champions League with Chelsea, 2-time Premier League winner, won the FA Cup, Europa League. What more can you ask for? And it has really shown that he is well up to scraps in the Premier League. In Hennessy, sorry, been at the club too long. Nearly 6.5 years he's been here. What's he really achieved? Getting nutmegged by Joni and Lescott. Too much. Like, he's had some good games and he's had some bad games. He's only made 2 appearances all season, and he did make one against Colchester. And let's just say that did not go down well. He conceded 5 penalties and we lost the penalties 5-4 to lead to Colchester. Max Meyer. Where's he been all season? Where has Max Meyer been? He's been the same player since he came to Crystal Palace. He's had a few good games. He had 1 good game this season, I think. I can't even remember. I think it was against Norwich. I can't even remember. I don't know. He's just been in and out of the team. He's been injured. He's never fit. I don't know. Milivojevic. He has been dreadful, honestly. Where is the Milivojevic from last season? When is the Luca from the season before? He got 10 goals in his first full season at Crystal Palace, 12 last season, our top goal scorer in 2 consecutive seasons. Yes, I know they're from the penalty spot, but we know how he can play. He scored goals from long range before. He scored superb free kicks. His delivery and his assists and the quality that he used to give us has been superb. But this season, he's not been there. He had 1 good game. He's done at home all season is this.
That's it!
That's all he's really done. He's done nothing else whatsoever. But that suspension early on in the new year for headbutting Tom Huddleston, he's not in the game. He spends more time flapping his arms around like a headless chicken or something like that. Or his wings, whatever, I don't even know. But like, just he's not there. Henderson. James Tompkins, I'm going to put him in the good category. He's always been a consistent player, been fairly solid along with Dan sometimes at the back, especially with Gary Cahill as well. He's always injury prone. I think he's still injured, I don't even know. But, he's a good player. He hasn't been up and down like these lot here in the average area and that. Brandon Pierrick, average as well. He did play a 4 game against Derby, he didn't really do much, but he's a prospect. Hopefully next season or even the rest of the remainder of the season, if it continues, he can get a few game time under his belt. Amadou Sakho, put him in good as well. We've seen how he can play this season when he is fit. The last time he did play was on New Year's Day and he had an abysmal game against Norwich, but if he can get back in the team, we'll see the old Amadou Sakho when he first came to the club when Big Sam brought him in. In and out the side, he's had some good games, he's had some bad games. I don't think he'll be our first choice right back at the age of 30. I think his Palace career is bleakly, going down the hill and that. Now, don't get me wrong, he had a decent start to the season, then he made 1 mistake at right back, not in his natural position against Southampton. He played centre back 1 game and then had an abysmal game as well, got dropped, and his confidence just shattered, and I think he needs to go. There are a few players that I might change around as well. Gonna put him in it as a good player. That superb solo goal against Bournemouth, and then he got injured yet again. But I'm not gonna lie, between the beginning of the season and when he last played back in December, he was probably one of our best players. Let's be real, his quality, his pace, his skill, his techniques. The goal he scored against Bournemouth really showed why he's key for us. And last but not least, Mr. Andros Townsend. I'm going to put him as an average player, judging on what I've seen this season. He's been in and out of the team. He's been injured as well. He was injured for like 2 months. He scored 1 goal, I think, and that was against Norwich. And that was back in September, I believe. Neither Townsend from last season. At Anfield, he scored at Chelsea. He scored a banger against City. He scored a banger against Burnley. He scored a good goal against Cardiff. That last season was one of his best Crystal Palace seasons. the club. He scored a banger against West Brom in the League Cup. Where is that Andros Townsend we have been missing? I'm also going to make one changes. I'm looking at it right here, judging on this season, judging on the season after that. Like last season, judging on the last 2.5 years, he hasn't scored a goal at Selhurst Park. I know he's been performing well recently, but he's not scoring goals, and he costs £32 million. He gets 150 plus K a week. What? I mean, I don't get it. What more can you ask for? What worse? Can it get any worse? You know, what more can I really say? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, your opinions as well, whether you agree with any of the rankings that I've ranked them in the 5 categories as well. And yeah, who knows when the vlogs are going to come back, who knows when the football will continue. But as the end of the video, make sure to like, share and subscribe. If you're on Twitter with Snapchat, you know what to do is always in the link in the description below. Stay tuned for that. Also make sure you follow me on Instagram, especially out of all the 3. You can even have me on Snapchat as well, only if I know you're in that. See you in a bit. Peace.